Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Cooking with Country. I'm your host, Tacitus Kilgore. And I decided to kind of switch things up a little bit, and I decided to try Reddit. Jesus Christ, I seen shit I don't want to see no goddamn more. But anyway, I decided, because of one of my friends suggested this, is to do stories. Well, I'm like, I don't know, everybody kind of doing stories. So I rather did a review, and I was looking at AITA, am I the asshole? So I figured, well, who would be a better person than to give their opinion than a fellow asshole? So we're going to jump ahead and get started. All right, so I ended up finding this one. Now, this one was like 13 days ago. Am I the asshole for refusing to change someone's baby's diaper? So I'm going to let y'all know, I didn't read any of these. Literally, I just saw the title, and if it looked like it was put in like grammatical correct order, I said, all right, fuck it, I'll look at it. So I'm going to read it, and I give my opinion. My wife and I have been married 10 plus years and have a few kids. Seal and her husband had a baby 2 years ago. No major complaints. They just tend to ask people to do stuff that I would think they'd do themselves. They'll come over our house, they live an hour away, and they'll ask ahead of time if we have their kids' favorite crackers on hand. Why they don't just pack the crackers? I don't know. They are well off, money not an issue. If one of them leaves the room, they'll ask one of us, my wife or kids, to be in charge of the baby, even if the other parent is right there, just scrolling on their phone or something. But whenever I say something to my wife, she says I'm being too much. We're having dinner at Mill's house when the baby had a poopy diaper. Sil looks at me and said in the sweetest voice, Uncle, my name, can you change the diaper? She frequently does this when we're there, but this was the first time I was asked. I answered politely, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. You don't do diapers? No. I don't do other people's kids' diapers if their mom and dad is around. I mean, if I'm babysitting, sure thing. But yeah, if the parents are around, I just feel like it's their job. Sil looks like she's ready to cry. Well, I feel selfish. I smile to try to set her at ease, not trying to make you feel anyway, just telling you a boundary is all. The table got really awkward as she got up and did the diaper. Afterwards, my wife blamed me for making Sil feel bad and said I could have just changed the diaper. Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but I've had 3 kids and I always took responsibility. I watched them, I packed for them, and I changed them. I'm not looking to be a secondary parent for this kid. So he's asking if he was the asshole. Well, mystery man, no. You didn't fuck for him. So I don't know why she's asking you to do that. Plus, on top of that, this is your neighbor or your friend or something like that. So this is one thing I don't understand is that why in the hell do people sit there and have their little responsibilities, what they call children, right? And they'll do this with pets as well, and put that off on somebody else. And it's already wrong when you put it off on somebody else who have their own little burdens, called kids and pets, running around. You ain't finna sit here and try to fly by through life by basically having somebody else do all the hard shit so you can just do the fun shit with the children. So no, that ain't being an asshole. He could have sit there and cussed her out and said, fuck you and your little shit ass baby. But no, he handled it in a good way, and she just an emotional ass. And then wife need to be hitting the side of the head because like, bitch, why the fuck would you want me to change another motherfucking diaper? Like, think about that. That's not fair to him. It's really not. Like, if you sit there and just think about this. If you went to somebody else's house and you supposed to be the guest and you never been there before, and then they, oh, you don't mind cooking for me? You don't mind, No, that's not my job. I'm the guest, you invited me. What the fuck I look like going to your refrigerator, grabbing a whole bunch of shit to make you something to eat? No. Certain things belong to certain people. When it comes to changing the diaper, that's your job as a mother. Now, it's something different, like he said, if neither parent was around. But you got one of them sitting there, hey, you the man that came out of your dick, you need to change your sperm's diaper. So that's all I'm saying with that one. So that's an easy one there. We're going to go ahead and move to the next one. Am I the asshole for telling my foster sister she ruined Mother's Day? This was 3 hours ago. So this was sometime earlier today. I'm 17 female, the youngest of 6 kids. I'm the only one still at home full time, and my parents decided the house felt too empty, so they started fostering Lola, 9, a few months ago. Lola's cute, but she's kind of a pain in the ass. Off to a great start. We have a big sectional recliner. Lola refuses to sit on the couch with us, so she has her own chair that is off limits to everyone else. If I want to go out to eat, it has to be with my dad or when my older sister, 29, is available to babysit because restaurants are too much for Lola. If we get takeout, she stays in her room and won't come out to eat until the rest of us are done. The only way she'll eat with us is if my mom cooks, so we have to do that almost every night. She hides food in her room, which attracts bugs, but she has a huge fear of bugs, so they switched her room twice. And I have it deep cleaned every week to stop it from getting infested with bugs. All right, now this little motherfucker making me mad already. And Lola, who the fuck? What is that bitch, a border collie? Who names a child Lola? She's also extremely attached to my mom and my older sister, so if they're around, everything revolves around her. On Sunday, we had a big Mother's Day party with our entire family. All of my siblings, most of my aunts, uncles, and cousins, and my grandparents came over. Everyone was in the backyard, but Lola was overwhelmed, so she made my mom stay in her room with her. My older sister tried to step in, but that ended with both of them having to stay with her. After everyone left, I found my mom and Lola in the kitchen making Lola's mac and cheese and dino nuggets, and I told Lola that she completely ruined Mother's Day for us by clinging to my mom. She started crying and went to her room. She hasn't left her room since. I said that, and apparently my mom's having a hard time getting her to eat, so now my parents are pissed with me. I don't think I did anything wrong because I just told her the truth, but I wanted to see if I was the ass for saying that. Okay, so that one there, it's kind of difficult. So you talking about a 9-year-old foster kid. So I have a soft spot for kids and stuff like that. I don't like people when they cuss at their kids. I don't like folks, they just beat the shit out of them senseless. That don't make sense. Now, trying to understand where the child's background came from, it seemed like the child just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, looking at it, it doesn't seem like, oh, Lola was like a foster kid at like 2 or 3 before really seeing it. It seemed like this might have just been like fresh. Like, they might have got her like 7, 8, maybe even at the age of 9. So, I like you. Depending on how you said it, like, I feel like she left some stuff out in a sense. Because I felt like it was so detailed until she got to how she said or what she said. So she just sit there and say all this shit, Lola this, Lola this, Lola this. And all I said was in one little sentence. So I feel like you probably sit there and was like talking at her like a little dog or something and made her feel bad. But, I mean, the thing about it, your mom is the one that got the foster child. So she is responsible for this girl. She's responsible for whatever happened. So, yeah, she kind of knew what she was getting in when she got this other child. And it's not the same as being raised up where, your mom and stuff like that raised you so you have your own kind of personality. Like, no, this is a whole new personality that you have to adjust to almost instantly. So, I ain't going to call you an asshole or nothing like that. But you being a dick. You definitely being a dick because it's like, she don't know no better. She's 9. I'm on the child side with this one. I'm sorry. I'm with the child on that one. Even though the child is a little asshole, a little shit, it's a little shit, but it's a child that don't know any better. So I'm going to get to the meat and the gravy with this one here because all I saw was just the title and I knew I wanted to cover this shit. Am I the asshole for not telling my roommate her boyfriend was following my OnlyFans, even though I didn't know? Bitch, you a hoe. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so for context, I'm 21 female, live with my roommate, also 21 female. We've been living together for about a year now, and we're pretty close. Like not BFFs, but we hang out, share groceries sometimes, usual stuff. I started an OF like maybe 2 or 3 months ago to help cover bills and save for a trip. Nothing wild, most of the lingerie pics, aesthetic stuff with a bit of spicy content. I like how they try to, word it in a way so they don't sound like a prostitute or a whore. Look, spicy just means that your titties are still out. We all know what they look like. It's okay. And you posted this earlier today. So you started about 2 or 3 months. I mean, baby girl, I understand because the economy is kind of trash. So that was around the time when, everything started going crazy. So, like I said, everybody's switching to this shit. If I wasn't as ugly as I was, I'd do the same goddamn thing, but I ain't fucking with that shit. I told her from the start, and she was totally chill about it. She even helped me take some pics once and let me use her LED lights. She a hoe too. Fast forward to last week, she comes home from class and she's super quiet, like clearly pissed. I asked what's up, and she goes, "Did you know my boyfriend is following your OnlyFans?" And I was like, no. I don't check all my subs. I get a lot of random usernames. Turn out he subscribed like a week ago, and she only found out because he left it open on his laptop when she was at his place. I told her flat out I didn't know, and I'd block him if it made her comfortable. But then she flipped and said it's not just about that I shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff knowing he exists, and that is disrespectful to her relationship. I honestly didn't even know he knew I had one. Like I never talked to him about it. She's barely talking to me now and keeps saying I crossed the line and am creating drama for attention. But like I didn't tell him to subscribe. I literally offered to block him the second she told me. Some of our friends are saying it's not my fault, but others are saying I should have expected this kind of thing, and OF always creates drama eventually. I don't know. Am I the asshole for doing my own thing, even though her BF subscribed? Okay, so this one here is interesting. I actually glad I saved this one last. So, for this one here in particular, no, you're not an asshole. You're just a whore. But you're not an asshole for none of this stuff because, one, you didn't necessarily cross a line and nothing like that. I mean, that comes with the business, right? So it ain't like you went to his Snap, went to his Instagram, went to his Facebook, whatever, and said, here is my link. No, it's fucking OnlyFans. So he's just looking around stuff. Here's the thing about it. And women may not like to hear this shit, but the truth is that all women are competition to other women. And there's no way around it, is that a lot of times what women would do, like with us guys, we don't care if you got a lot of hair, we don't care if you bald. Women will sit there and make themselves look good in front of other women, right? Or they'll sit there and give compliments to other women just for the simple fact they know that this other bitch ain't that pretty. They sit there saying, "Oh, those are nice shoes," and then in their mind they're thinking, "Yeah, but you big fat Tasmanian devil looking motherfucker." That's what they thinking at the same goddamn time they sitting there giving you a compliment. So she just pissed because it's you. Other than that, she didn't give a fuck about you doing this 2 or 3 months ago. She was fine with it, even helped you. It's just the fact that you're competition now because her boyfriend don't find her as attractive. You know what I'm saying? So if you are listening to this, I don't know your name, Serena's Tears. No, you're not an asshole, even though, like I said, that OnlyFans shit, I ain't really for it. But no, like she's the one that has the problem with you, just for the simple fact that she knows that he gets off to you. And since you are in front of her, she can sit there and say that shit because let it been Kim Kardashian. She can't go to Kim Kardashian and tell her shit. And then in her fucked up mind, she think, "Oh, well, Kim Kardashian is a superstar," so that makes sense. But if she was friends with Kim Kardashian, she would tell Kim K, "You ain't shit because you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff." Like I said, you didn't put it out there. He just was looking and he found it. And here's the other thing about it. Did he already know you? Did he already know you? So if he knew you past 2 or 3 months, right? If he knew you before you started this shit and subscribed to your OnlyFans, she need to be talking to his ass because she like, wait a minute, you know that's my roommate. Why didn't you hit the subscribe button? And also, why are you sitting there paying this bitch to look at her titty? So you ain't at fault at all. You doing what you supposed to do to get the bag. I'm on your side with this. God damn it, I hate him on the side with the OnlyFans, motherfucker. But literally, you ain't do nothing wrong. I'm trying to see. Now, you telling her about blocking them and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, that's your bread. I mean, you can do that discreetly as you want to. I ain't a woman, so I can't really speak for what I would do. I might would have asked her that same thing, but for her to sit there and switch up and talk about, oh, you shouldn't be doing that stuff, and then she add knowing he exists. Fuck. So I gotta sit there and kill all my whole business because he wanna beat his damn dick off to me. That's like if you had a bakery and one of her children got fat. Well, don't take your fucking child to my fucking bakery. So instead of you not taking your child to my bakery, you telling me I need to shut my bakery down because your little fat ass child keep eating, and then on top of that, you keep bringing the little shit over here. He can't drive yet. That's a 9-year-old little boy. What the fuck? You brought him here. You keep bringing him over here, and instead of just getting a little old muffin, he want to get about 12 tres leches in this motherfucker. So the asshole is whoever your roommate is. You can tell her myself that she's stupid as fuck. She the asshole. Her boyfriend is disrespectful because he don't give a fuck about her if he's sitting there beating me to you because here's the other thing about it. Even if your ass leave, it don't mean nothing because she can get another roommate and he'll do the same thing when she got her OnlyFans. So that means when he going to sleep at night, who is he thinking about? You. He ain't thinking about her. Or he may be thinking about you and her to bed together. But at the end of the day, she mad because it's you. You ain't the asshole. She just got a self-esteem issue. And she need to work on that bullshit herself. So I'm going to end it there. I think I'm going to do this shit again because I'm kind of interested in this damn am I the asshole shit. So yeah, I'm going to do this goddamn shit again. And I'm going to catch y'all at the next one. Bye.